There's a moment in life where you begin to notice something unsettling, and not about the world, but about how it responds to you. You walk into a room, and without saying a word, people glance at you, not out of curiosity, but caution. You speak the truth, and some shrink. Others challenge. You give love, and it's misread. You stay silent, and your silence makes others uncomfortable. Why? Because your aura speaks a language louder than words, and that scares people who can't understand it. You're not intimidating, you're just deeply aware. You're not arrogant, you simply don't entertain lies. You're not too intense, you've just stopped pretending. That's power, that's presence, and most people aren't ready for it. This is not a message asking you to soften. This is your reminder not to shrink, because when you begin to understand the signs of your powerful aura, you'll stop apologizing for it. You'll stop explaining your piece, and you'll stop letting the noise around you make you question the stillness within. There was a man named Rafik, quiet, observant, steady. He worked on a construction site, never late, never loud. He didn't join the gossip or laugh at cruel jokes. He simply did what he was there to do. His silence made people talk. They said he thought he was better, that he was too serious, that he didn't fit in. One day, something unexpected happened. A scaffold collapsed during work. Screams echoed. Chaos broke out. People panicked. But Rafik didn't. He moved through the chaos with calm precision. He helped others, pulled a man from falling debris, gave orders, but not from ego, from clarity. After that day, no one questioned his silence. They respected it, because they finally saw what his presence had been saying all along. Power doesn't need to shout. It stands firm. Even when everything around it falls apart. You speak less, but when you do, your words land. You're not interested in filling the air with sound. Your silence isn't empty, it's loaded with observation, with thought, with clarity. And for those who rely on noise to feel important, your quiet feels threatening. They can't understand how someone can say so much by saying so little. You look into people, not at them. You don't get impressed by appearances. You feel intentions. You sense dishonesty before it speaks. You know when someone is hiding something, even if they smile wide. That's not judgment, that's depth. But not everyone wants to be seen that clearly. Some people wear their masks so long, they forget who they are. And when you see truth aim up, it terrifies them. You don't want the spotlight. You don't chase applause. Yet somehow, it finds you. Your presence is magnetic, not because you try to be interesting, but because you are interested in truth, in integrity, in living with purpose. That quiet magnetism draws attention without trying, and it threatens those who performed for attention, because they see you being noticed for being real, while they struggle being seen through performance. You're comfortable alone. Solitude is your sanctuary. It's where you think clearly, feel deeply, and heal silently. You don't fear being alone. You fear being around people who drain your spirit. And when you distance yourself, it's not rejection, it's protection. That boundary isn't cruelty, it's clarity. But people who rely on others to feel whole will always call your solitude arrogance. Let them. You walk with calm. You look people in the eye. You don't speak to impress. You speak to express. You don't engage in drama. You don't argue with fools. You don't chase people who walk away. That control, that centeredness, that stillness it intimidates people who are ruled by chaos. They don't understand how someone can be so calm, so solid. And what they don't understand, they fear. You attract people who seek truth, who value honesty, who crave depth, and you repel those who fear being real. Your aura calls for alignment. It calls people out of their comfort zone. And not everyone is ready to face who they are when they stand next to someone who isn't pretending. You don't give advice unless asked. You don't push your views. You don't try to change people. But the way you live via your choices, your discipline, your boundary has to make others rethink their lives. You're not preaching. You're just living differently. You're living awake, while most are still sleepwalking. And your light disrupts their darkness. So instead of changing, they distance. You feel deeply. You sense emotions before they're expressed. You feel when someone's lying, when someone's hurting, When someone's hiding, but you don't expose them, you sit with the knowledge, you observe, you wait, you let people reveal themselves. That level of emotional intelligence is rare, and it scares those who manipulate others through emotion. They can't play you, they can't confuse you, so they avoid you. You don't argue when it's time to leave. You don't make scenes. You don't announce your exit. You just go. But your absence is loud. People realize too late what your presence gave them: stability, clarity, peace. You are the grounding force. And once you're gone, they feel the weight of what they lost. Because your energy was never needed, it was nurturing. You don't entertain liars. You don't play mind games. You see manipulation as weakness, not cleverness. You've worked too hard to protect your peace. You've suffered enough to value the truth. And when people try to play games with you, they find there's no reaction and just distance. That kind of unshakable clarity is terrifying to people who depend on confusion to control others. You don't chase people, jobs, or approval. You attract what aligns. You show up as you are. And if it's not enough for someone, you don't beg. You walk away. You know your worth. And you don't trade peace for presence. That kind of confidence without arrogance is rare. It's powerful, and it's often mistaken for pride by those who don't know the difference between quiet strength and loud insecurity. You don't get offended easily. You've trained your emotions. You've learned that not everything deserves a response. That silence can be more powerful than any comeback. That sometimes peace is louder than anger. And because you don't react, people lose their control over you. And when they can't control you, they try to label you cold, detached, too much. Let them. They're speaking more about their own lack of control than your character. When you enter a space, things shift. Conversations change. Energy settles, or stirs. People become aware. Some feel comforted. Others feel exposed. Because your aura brings truth, and truth makes people either relax or retreat. You don't adjust to rooms. Rooms adjust to you. That's not ego. That's energy. That's alignment. That's power. Your aura is a mirror. It reflects what others can't hide. And sometimes, it reflects what they wish they could become. But reflection isn't always welcome. Some would rather shatter the mirror than face what it shows. So they resist you, misunderstand you, even fear you. That's not your fault. It's your force. So don't shrink. Don't explain. Don't soften your tone for those who only understand noise. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them misread you. You're not here to be digestible. You're here to be whole. The people meant for you won't feel threatened by your light. They'll feel safe in it. The ones ready for truth won't flinch at your presence. They'll feel seen by it. And the ones who are ready to grow won't avoid your energy. They'll be drawn to it. You are not too much. You are not too intense. You are not too serious. You are exactly as powerful as you were created to be. Stop trying to fit into spaces built for smaller versions of you. Stop apologizing for outgrowing people who refuse to evolve. Stop dimming your light so others feel comfortable in the dark. Let them call you different. Let them call you distant. Let them say you've changed. You have. You've elevated. And people who only understand gravity will always fear those who choose to fly. Your aura isn't a threat. It's a gift. But not everyone knows how to receive it. And that's okay. Keep shining anyway.